Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the 5th event of the Trackmania Nations Forever event series from the Trackmania Nations Competition Centre. We have a massive map, in 4-minute endurance map by Arien called Final Form. Take a look at the beautiful intro cinematic before we get into 30 minutes of qualifying, followed by the top 16 going through to rounds mode, where the top 4 in rounds mode will go through to a elimination knockout over 3 rounds to determine our winner. I'm going to be going through qualifying and then I'm going to spectate, because I almost certainly won't qualify, but even if I happen to, because there's not the people at the minute, but potentially people will join as we get into it. Yeah, let's go. So we have 30 minutes on the clock. We are going to start off by taking the GPS so that you at least see how a good run looks. And let's go. We start. It's a beautiful transition map, mixed map, load of tech in it, beautiful tech, flowing into full speed. Figuring out what's what, probably easier for better players, but yeah, it's a really cool map. Very difficult in certain sections. So it could pose a big problem because there's a lot of places to crash and completely lose. And for rounds mode specifically, you're gonna have to know a few of the respawn routes, because there are respawn routes and some of the default routes are not possible, and the respawn routes are a little bit harder to find. They either involve heading backwards slightly or kind of turning around just a little bit to face the correct way and find a little bit, or they're not quite marked when you respawn, but if you know where they are, then they exist. Does seem like we'll only have about 16 people, but that's fine. That's fine. Qualifier to let us know what sort of times we're going to be looking at will still be pretty good. So, yeah. This bit's going to be tricky, not hitting that. It's a difficult respawn as well, if you have to respawn on that one. This bit's fine. Some blind jumps as well, that you've got to know where you're going already. So people who've practiced will have a massive advantage here. Definitely a big advantage to having practiced. This bit so far has not worked for me at all. Not sure how fast I need to be going. And dropping down around this corner, holding it together very tight through here, from fast dirt into tech, back into some fairly fast dirt again, over some nice transition and into a bit of tech dirt. It is a fantastic map. I'm definitely adding it to my list of when I have some time and feel the want to grind something a bit longer. I'll be doing this. This section is absolutely brutal. You have to get 2 wheels on the black surface up the top, and then you could just fall off there as well if you missed that turn. That's going to be the killer for me, and I think it could be a run killer for a few people in rounds as well, because especially if you don't mess it up and you don't practice it enough off of the respawn, because the respawn line in is completely different to the non-respawn line. That bit's a super tight turn. Yeah, speed for the flip is yes. There's too fast, there's too slow, and there's probably about 5 kilometers an hour where it's just right. This map is also a bit laggy, so I apologise if the frame rate does actually drop so noticeably that it's visible on 30 FPS. Coming up to the finish of the map just here. Oh, I should probably render distance actually. Nicely done down here, round the corner. Flip, in, and across the line. And yeah, let's Twinkie settings. No. What happened to the tweaker? Render distance down to like 3000, I suppose. Let's see how that impacts the frame rate. Hopefully it'll be a bit better. Actually, let's just look here. There we go. Right. Twinkie settings, render distance. Oh, enable render distance. How far do I have to bring it down till it's actually... So 500 render distance. I mean, come on. Surely. Surely that improves performance. Not having to render things in the background. Oh, it does. Oh, it absolutely does. And I can't see anything majorly, just some backgrounds. I might put that back up when we get to commentating, where frame rate doesn't matter as much and 30 FPS is perfectly fine. But for playing, the main problem is it dropping below 60 FPS and just fluctuating all the time. And I've got a 144Hz monitor, so yeah. It can be a bit brutal. See that big red X? Yeah, I kind of have to because I don't have the speed to not. Also, hi Mackie. Video games, indeed. I should probably have prefaced the video by saying at the start, if you're still watching and you can't be bothered to watch me commentate, bothered to watch me try and qualify, and just want to skip to the commentary, then there'll be a timestamp. I will timestamp it, but there'll be one timestamp. There'll be qualifying and commentary timestamp, and that'll be it. Ooh, bump. No. Okay. We take the respawn route. Yeah, this is what I mean about taking the respawn route and having to learn them. I tried for ages, and then I only found out the respawn route way later. After like going backwards and trying to just reverse and stuff like that to find the respawn ability. This isn't far enough. The respawn route is just here. Drops you down. The flow of this map is beautiful when you're getting it, but it is so difficult. And it's going to be great to see people who are able to do that time after time after time after time. Because I am not good enough to do that. But in general, the map's pretty obvious where to go. A lot of checkpoints, which is nice. Some of them, yeah, have respawn routes and stuff. You know, yeah, like Arien says in the chat right now, full speed parts, you're probably going to have to end up with some sort of proper respawn route rather than just drive from that bit. But other than that, it's just like, yeah, a lot of checkpoints is good in this sort of map because if you crash, you don't want to have to respawn like a minute back. So if the map proper driving is 5 minutes, then we've got a checkpoint like 15 seconds or something like that, I suppose. Or actually less than that even. I don't know. I'm bad at maths. There's 45 checkpoints. Here we go. the hardest part of the map, in my opinion. As you can see, I'm 2 minutes ahead of my PB, which is the only run I've managed to put in so far. You just have to go so far. This bit's so hard. This bit will destroy dreams. I'm certain of it. It's destroying my dreams. Yeah, check the map out. The map should be linked in the description. If not, pester me in the comments if you want to find it. Otherwise, search for Final Form on TMX and it'll come up. 4-minute map by Arien and all that. Go on. Yes. Very nice. Jump this. Thank goodness for that checkpoint, because otherwise you'd just blow straight off the end and be very upset about it. I like this flowy transition bit when I get it right, which I did on my last run. This bit's quite nice as well. Down here, hard over, super techie corner, very difficult. The dirt jump, which one? There are many. This bit's hard as well. This bit's going to get some people because, yeah, you can slide out. You've got to remember where you are. This is the sort of part that it'll lodge itself in some people's brains and some people won't crash on it. And if you're perfect through it most of the time, then you might mess it up in the final. Because, like, in a heated round situation. Oh dear. Oh dear. I think I can do it. Still. No. No, we're just going to respawn. It's fine. Oh, wait, what? No, no, no. What do I do? Well, okay, I see. I see. There we go. There we go. There's the respawn route. I play far too many random unfinished maps, which are absolutely disastrously rubbish maps. And the problem is I see a misplaced checkpoint as just something that happens. This end is going to be rough. I don't actually know what my PB time is, you know. This could not be a PB, but it will at least be a qualification time officially. Oh, that's rough. That's not going to work. Cool. I can't believe I got through this the first time, just casually, no problems. And now I am just absolutely out of it. Woof! Come on, be fast enough. Thank you. Please. Yay! It's an improvement by 85 seconds. That's not bad. We go again. There is enough time for 2 more qualifiers. That is going to be a rough one as well. There's some people won't know how to deal with this sort of time-limited qualifier. I've done quite a few events with this sort of thing, with and just generally playing on servers with defrag and stuff like that, where you have to keep an eye on the time, and there is a point where this is the last run that you can get in before the timer ends. And you basically have to say, this is a no reset. But that's fine. We will get there. And then we'll get to watch people that are actually good at this. I'm going to just put the leaderboard back on because, yes, it's ugly, but it's useful information. Unfortunately, I can't... Ah! Toggle best CPs, I see it. Gone! They're gone! I found the button. Oh, genius. Yeah, absolutely banger map. 100% a banger map. How good it's going to be in this sort of competition? Dunno. However, how good it is in general? Well, it's a fantastic map. If you like longer maps, you'll probably like this. Because it feels fair. That's the other thing. That I've played a lot of maps that are hard and are like this, but they don't feel fair in some of these. Whereas at least to me, this map feels fair. It feels like when I'm unable to do something, and when a section's tricky, it's not that there's some mystical thing that I don't understand. It's clear that I'm just too slow, that I'm just... You know, that it's not... There are some maps where you play them and it's like, okay, this is just some mystical tech that you have to know from archaic knowledge or asking someone or having played the game for 15 years. Whereas with this, every mistake I make, it's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. Every respawn, it's like, well, do you know what? If I didn't have to respawn that, it would be easier. Okay, what's the plan now? Yeah, rounds in KO are going to be very entertaining because, yeah, like you say, no one's too prepared for them. Yeah, it'll be very entertaining. Be interesting to see the times at the end. Because at the minute, I mean, look at the times. We have Nyx and Levon. 0.2 difference. Oh, wait, I need to respawn properly here. 0.2 difference between those two's qualifying times. That's mad. For a 4-minute map. Like, you know. But we're going to see. Can they... Oh, no, I misaimed it. I had the speed and I misaimed it. Like, that's what I mean by this is fair. This feels fair. There's a lot of maps that would have that sort of blind jump. And it feels really unfair when you miss it. Especially when there's no respawn route. And there's maps where it's certainly, like, completely possible to miss. Just... I've played maps with truly blind jumps before. And they suck. 4 players have gold and no one's got AT. Yeah. I don't know if people are taking this differently though. Because it could be that people aren't, you know, hunting for the AT. Like, how much hunt did you put into getting the AT, I suppose? Be a question. If you put half an hour in, then yes, someone should have AT by now. But, you know. An hour? Yeah, I would say probably we're not going to see people go for AT. Because I think people will be happier to run out a full run as well. Because a better time on the board is always good. We're now 30 seconds behind my PB now. but that's fine. Sometimes these longer maps, you just need to play them a lot and accept that, yeah, for the first... If I was going to play this and grind it for actually, like, going for it, I would probably start by just playing quite a few runs through no reset like this. The same way that I do when I play new categories in full game speedruns. I'll just play a bunch of no resets. Yeah, I do hope someone hunts this. It would be amazing. I'm definitely adding it to my list, like I've said a few times. I'm adding it to my list of things to play when I next want to hunt on a longer map. I will have absolutely no chance of taking the 80 or the world record, or probably even the gold on this. But possibly a clean run is in my ability. Like a clean no respawns run might be in my ability. That would be interesting, people playing with UI off for a long map like this. Something's still downloading up in that top corner, I've just realised. That might just be player skins or something that's a bit busted. Okay, 6 seconds on here. I respawned this 2 or 3 times. So if I can get through here, aim the jump properly. No, come on, get it. Yes. I think I've got the speed for this. Oh, absolutely. Ah, that's rough. That's very rough. Yeah, now this is... The thing I like about this is it feels fair when I make mistakes. My level of skill, as you can tell, is not up to snuff for this map. But I have played so many maps of this kind of quality, and they do not feel fair. They feel like missing some arcane knowledge. They feel like I'm just... like, you know, it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't feel like I've made the mistake. It feels like the map just doesn't guide you in the correct direction. And sometimes that is literally true. And then I'll go and watch like a decent run on it, and it's like, oh, so I'm meant to just not do that. That was my fault. Crashing straight into a wall was a bit stupid. But I think it is important, because some people have said to me, I'll just get good. And it's like, yeah, but do you want new people to play the game? Especially with events like this. Yeah, it's a good map. It's a very good map. Missed the sub 7. Sent it to Arien, he hasn't responded. Yeah, the guy's busy, isn't he? To be fair. The guy is busy. Climbing on everything. Not enough time, I don't think. Oh, actually there is. Okay, I'm going to restart, because if I get a PB, then there's enough time. I'm slightly worried that I'm 10th. What's the timeout on this, by the way, just to double check, because we don't want a repeat of the Nadeo official Grand Enduro, the first week they ran that. 60 minutes, 1 minute per lap. The timeout was 45 seconds after the first person finished. I think 3 people finished or something. It was absolutely incredible. And I think it would have been even worse further down the skill list. Because that was like 3 people finishing Div 1. But people finishing in like Div 20, that would not have gone well. And I do need to play a Grand Enduro at some point. I got really annoyed with the ghosts just crashing you. And then people have said that they respawn this week. It's like, oh no. Because that map, it's like, congratulations Nadeo, you have made a map just built to my tastes. And like a whole event built to my tastes. And yet, you managed to stuff it up by adding stupid ghost things. Because I love longer maps. I much prefer them. I didn't understand why I didn't quite like short maps, and then I went and played some Mario Kart at the end of last year, start of this year, and I don't like doing fastest laps. 1 lap runs. I much prefer doing 3 laps. that are like 3 or 4 minutes. Shocking that I might then prefer Trackmania maps that are 3 or 4 minutes as opposed to 20 seconds. I do like my shorts from time to time, of course. Oh, I knew I was going to hit that flag at some point. Come on, make it. No, not upside down. I'm the world's greatest trials player. No. $60 seconds still. Yeah, 60 seconds is probably decent. It will be interesting to see whose qualifier time actually makes it within that 60 seconds. Like, how many people are within? Because I'm 11th and I am not. But the 10th place is 4 minutes ahead of me. Oh, actually, yeah. So 10th place. So, okay. So I'm the first one that doesn't make it in the 60 seconds. Everybody is better. So I am very worried about the fact that there's 15 people on 9, 10th. But oh well. We'll see. Timeout to be fine though, because you'll just get no points for the start. And then obviously the KO, you'd expect 4 people to be able to make it through. I'd hope. Go on. Go on. Go on. Nope. Unfortunately, there's a few people that are just going to be sitting for a few minutes, but that's just kind of how these longer qualifiers go. Oof. I'm losing time now. Pretty sure I had it by now. I had a really good run last time. Go on, we're up. We're in. Just enough speed to get over the hedge. 4 seconds ahead of PB. This can finish as long as it PBs. I've got about 3 seconds away from PB. So I should be able to finish this. But yeah, it wouldn't matter. Here we go. That release killed me. But I had 1 respawn here. So we should still be okay. Nice. And a better float through here. And I had a respawn here because I couldn't make it. So yeah, I'm slightly behind, but then I'm 18 seconds up here. So I should be okay. If I don't mess up the end entirely. No. Thought I had it. Thought I had it, but I don't. Okay, that's got to be it. As long as I make it straight to the finish. There we go. Let's have a look at the live rankings. We have in top place with a 356 Levon, followed by Rays, Nix, Jeanette, or Super Kobe, one of the two. We'll figure it out. Needy, Spar, Lucas, and Purd. Beast of Centralia, Travulsa, Rowie, and myself. Let's have a go. In 7 seconds, we will go and we will drop into spectator. And aha! So you don't press that button. Finally, I have the thing set up. We will disable all modules. Oh wait, input display, speed, checkpoint counter. There we go. I don't want to disable all modules because that will disable the what do we call it? Lower render distance, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, we're in follow cam. Here we go. We're in warm up. Then we're going to get into rounds. And we're going to see who takes the win here. We have got 10. I think we have 10 actual players in. 11. 5 rounds to play. Then on to 3 rounds of knockout. Here we go. Have fun, everybody. I detangled my controller and put it not on my lap so it doesn't fall off and knock around and bump in. Let's get ready to rumble. No idea who we're going to be following. I don't know if best CPs is going to be the best thing. Let's start off following Knock. And we'll see where we go from there. We may have to jump ahead a little bit. Let's head over to Levon is at the front. Oops. It's right click. There we go. Levon who's up the front. There's a lot of people in a good position on this. Okay, there we go. Levon for some reason with a GBR car. Can I drop back slightly? Spar, where are you? Yes, Spar in a good position. Just ahead of Pinder. Ends there. We've seen a lot of these people in other tournaments, similar tournaments. A lot of these players, which is great. Great, everyone's coming back. We'll see how many people actually manage to finish. Oh, unlucky from Spar. Head over to Super Kobe. Spar losing it. Nice drop down here. It looks so smooth how these players are doing it. It is actually this smooth. It's not just because my spectate models are on super low for other players. And having a good run. Raze is up at the front. The best CPs are going to tell us what people are doing. So Raze currently up at the front as we go through the 19th checkpoint. Let's head up towards the front. I don't know what the checkpoints are looking like. Where's PRD? PRD a little bit off the back. Centralia has to drop there. Doesn't quite make it. Going to have to respawn. Nox dropped out of the game. Ends up in a decent position. Let's head over to Nyx. There we go. Nice that we've only got one page. It's quite good. Nyx up in a decent position. Levon and Raze are right next to each other, neck and neck. The fact that Raze is taking every checkpoint is incredible, considering how close those two are together. But every single checkpoint going to Raze. Oh, it's Razo. Ah. People need to stop changing names. This goes for every game. I'm the reason you're not allowed to change your name as freely as you are anymore. End is Reba. Stop changing your names. I don't know who any of you are. Ooh, Ooh, that's unfortunate from Nyx there. Let's drop over to the front battle. That's very unfortunate. Clipping the edge and just losing. Not even bug or anything. Just pure wheel clips the edge. You've lost too much speed. You're done for. Very unfortunate. Good drift from both players here. Levon has taken the lead now though. But Rezo making a dash for the back. Great drop down. You can tell from the way that they're driving that they've worked out this map already. They might not have had too much time. It didn't seem that people were pre-pracking. This did have about a week of time for people to pre-prac. But we don't think that too many people put too many hours into it. But yeah, it's incredible how fast people pick this up. I've said it many, many times. I kind of want to commentate a True Talent Cup, but I'm doing Crab Cups at the same time that they're on, and I'd have to beg to be allowed to commentate. Levon takes the win of the first one, Rezo in second place. Centralia is back somewhere, coming into the loop for the finish. Unfortunately crashes there. Pinder's out. Spa is coming through towards the finish section now. Gonna head into the finish just here. Very nice flip. That flip works super well. Unlike the other flip on the map, which is a bit difficult to have the speed for. No, it doesn't seem to be that there was offline pre-prac, just from how people were talking before and during qualifying and stuff. Like, the fastest guys were still working out the map and trying to figure out what was going on. So, yeah. PRD coming in, not going to make it. 3 seconds left. Might get there in the lag time? Ooh, gets unlucky. Does make it to the finish, but gets unlucky. No lag time. Rankings are in. Levon, followed by Raze, followed by Nyx, followed by Pinder, Needy, Lucas, Super Kobe, Spa, Travolsa, Roe, End, Centralia, and Welk, and the rest not managing to finish. Let us go again for round number 2 of 5. Everybody drifting close around that corner. It's so tight at the front, it's incredible. Like, even PRD, who didn't quite finish in the end, not getting through. Super Kobe going for that outside line. It's slower, but it's very much safer. Rezo and Levon to take the win is the safe bet, but it seems like Rezo's dropped. Where's Rezo? Rezo has absolutely bombed off the front. I was seeing Pinder and Levon battling each other, and I couldn't see Rezo, and I saw someone crash and thought it might be him, but no. It turns out, gone. Just gone. Kobrask is Super Kobe. This is where we start to get names that don't mean anything either way to me. I do recognise the cab on the back of that car though. I do recognise that as a team. It's not even that bad in Trackmania. At least you've got to leave the server to change your name. You don't have to do that in Quake. You can just change your name mid-game. You don't have to leave the server. And there's no other identifier. Unless you've got like back-end server access to find out someone's stats key ID. But it's not like you can just press into the settings and find the login. United login. It is... I get constantly trolled by people, so I just call them whatever they put their name as. If you want to put your name fully up, let's check out where Rezo's got to. Absolutely flying ahead. Levon's had a bit of a drop back. Not too far back though. Ray's still at the front. Coming into this tricky section here. Let's see how they take it. Nicely done. Very clean. Makes it look easy. It's not. Following End and Lucas. I am just going to go with people's names that they're using in game because I can't remember. And it's gone off screen who End was. Yeah, Red Shadow got that sponsorship deal apparently. But he fully renamed is the difference. Because that was a Ubisoft name change as well, which you can only do, I think, like 60 days or something. When I changed mine. Because I relogged into my Ubisoft account after donkey's years and it still had the account that I made when I was like 14. So I might change this name. Let's drop back, see where Rowie is. Nah, it's just because it's Zin. It's the, like, tobacco tab things. Snoo pouches. We had a finisher. We have Raze at the front, followed by Nyx, followed by Levon, Kobe, Spar, Needy, Centralia, Lucas, Pinder come across the line very close together. 9th place taken. Rowie should be able to make this to the finish for sure. Yeah, nah, I didn't get a real, not a real sponsorship. PRD across the line just before Rowie. Travolsa might make this. Ooh, no, not going to happen now. Unfortunate. There you go. What does that do to the overall scores? Rezo up in first place, followed by Levon, Nyx, Kobe, Needy, Pinder, Spar, Lucas, Centralia, End, Rowie, Travolsa, PRD, Welk. And they're the only people that have scored points. Welk has claimed this round, so let's start off with them. Claiming the round in chat. Have a good start. Little bit of a fallback, loses the gear on that corner. Not a great position to be in, but takes this corner well. Nice little wiggle to try and like save the airtime. It's incredible on these sort of super long maps. The things that people do naturally because they've seen that sort of drop a million times. They've played it probably genuinely 10,000 times, that sort of drop. And they just know what to do immediately. No worries. It is very, very, very impressive to me. We will be viewing this from Welk's POV. It seems like a good POV. What is auto? Hey, let's let auto work. Let auto work for us. As long as we're in follow cam, that's the proper camera. Thank you to everybody who helped me. I don't know why, for some reason I've always tried clicking the buttons rather than the text. And then just assumed that that wasn't a thing you could click. But it's even hyperlink coloured, which I should have worked out. Good luck guessing what Razor's TMX name. Yeah. Yeah. Login names, then TMX names. Names that you use on your maps, because you just validate them on an offline account with a different name. All that sort of thing. Good drift. Razor, Hylis and Hylis. Plenty of people with similar names. I get confused by colours even. I thought I was talking to Wind the other day. Turns out I was talking to Woe, because I just looked at the first name, and they've both got the same colours at the minute, because everybody's decided to be Finnish. in Zoonotic at the minute, which is, I think they just want a sauna, really. This is a good fight up at the front, but Rezo is gone. Like, you know, Levon and Nyx are here battling. This is a good battle. Wait, why is Rezo behind Levon and Nyx then? But Rezo's taking the checkpoints first. Oh, the best checkpoints haven't... Okay, never mind. Best checkpoints have failed me. They're turning off. I thought they reset each time. Rezo's gone. Like, off the front. Wait, no. He's way behind. I've got no idea what's going on. I'm lost. Let's just follow Rezo into the finish and watch the corner for the round scores. Rezo must have had a crash somewhere. Good overtake on Welk though. Welk unfortunately unable to back up the chat. Levon takes the win, followed by Nyx, then End crosses the line. Needy's over. Raze comes in next. Followed by, after some wait, there will potentially be Welk. Okay, Super Kobe, Lucas, then Welk. Let's pop it on auto. PRD comes across the line next. Spa should be the next one, I would think. Oh no, we're actually much further from the line than I thought. For some reason I keep getting those two corners mixed up. Ooh, good correction from Spa there. Very nicely done. Does cross the line next in 10th place. Pinder across the line in 11th. Lucas and Kobe super close to each other. Less than a second behind them still Welk. This kind of differences at this length of map, absolutely mad. You know, less than a second between first and second, less than a second, just over a second between second and third. Fantastic. Your overall scores: Levon at the top, Rezo very close behind, Nyx in a good place. Those three in a very good place right now to be getting through. Remember, it's the top 4 players that go through. We are on round number 4, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. This is round number 4. The fight going down is Needy versus Kobe and End and Lucas and Spa and Pinder. Realistically, all of those could get in the next 2 rounds. So keep your eyes on that. It's all wide open to play for that last spot. But I think that Nyx, Rezo and Levon have done enough to get ahead. And they should be okay. Assuming no major problems, they should be okay into our final 4 in the elimination rounds. That's the bit where we can get some really good commentary on. Levon taking a good lead here though. Spa's upped it into 2nd place. That's better than they've been doing in the previous rounds. Oh, that's so close to the outside, and Rezo clips, taking one too many risks. Will he have the speed to be able to get round here? Just about, I think. Yes, does make it. Let's head up to Levon. The auto doesn't do much, apparently. Levon taking some nice corners. Back to Rezo, back to Levon. Can I, get anyone else? No. Let's go to Nyx then. In a good place. Pinder making up places. Like I said, these guys, Spa, Pinder, tied on points at the minute. They could make it up in these last 2 rounds. Kobe in a very good position. Who dropped off the edge there? Someone's fallen off. Not sure who it was. Levon is currently well out in front Rezo hits a wall. We'll go back to Nyx. Nyx and Kobe fight is going very, very tight. And these two are in the big fight. They're 4 points away from each other. They're at the front of the fight for the 4th spot that we've got. Nyx making a small lead here. Kobe's managed to hold it together. Pinder's in this fight as well. Could be interesting if Pinder manages to get between these two. That would create an even bigger gap. They're far enough up that if Pinder was between them, Pinder's not going to be coming up and trying to take their places, but it would create a bigger gap between the two of them than otherwise, which is always an interesting thing. Two people fighting it out between themselves, and then somebody else puts a wedge between them, makes the gaps bigger. That can be the difference between win and lose. I have seen point systems that do direct head-to-heads and just effectively give you points based on who you directly head-to-headed. And there's all the systems that give you more points based on beating better opponents and stuff like that in tournaments. Quite often those are tiebreaker systems though. Coming into the final stretch. No one's quite finished just yet. We should be seeing some finishes coming through in a second from Rezo. Oh, Rezo's behind actually. From Levon. Levon crosses the finish line. Nyx is going to come in second. Kobe is coming in third. That is great for those two. Where is Rezo right now? Rezo's retired. Or is finished. Rezo's just finished. Behind Kobe. PRD has to retire. Unfortunate. Or not retire. Respawn. But that's a great time from Levon. Taking the Daddy Mania time. Only 0.3 away from the AT. Oh, PRD! No, don't respawn. Go for it. Go, 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 go. Reverses into the finish. This is going to be a tight battle for 4th. The last qualifying spot. That top 3 is realistically going to be sewn up. Nyx coming in second. Let's have a look how it goes when the points are added. Yeah, so that, unless like Rezo gets dropped to 0 points, retires or something, nobody else is coming. But Kobe, Needy are neck and neck for the 4th spot. End can do it if both of those two drop below. Pinder, maybe. But for sure, those two being neck and neck. Do we have a tiebreaker? No, we don't need a tiebreaker because they're going to have different points. Perfect. Everything works out perfectly. I love this point system. Pinder has retired. That throws out the idea of Pinder being able to make it. Let's go back and watch the Needy versus Kobe fight. Nyx manages to pull ahead by getting a lot. Kobe is in the driving seat with this one right now. Needy is behind. This is all we're really watching in this fight because it's all we need to see. Who gets it? Kobe or Needy? The final spot. Kobe well ahead right now. Nice turn there. Not fighting for position right at the front. Unfortunate drop. Should be able to make this, but will Needy be coming past? Needy does overtake. One mistake and then Needy falls off the edge. That's a terrible respawn. Needy's going to have to make a massive comeback here. Manages to get back on. Doesn't have to take the respawn. Manages to get back on. Gonna tag it. Are they gonna survive? Not surviving. Gonna have to take the respawn. Goes out. Needy calls it. Needy completely calls it. There's your points. It's gonna be Levon, Nyx, Razy, Kobe, and Kobe. Because I don't think. I mean, End could do it. We're now watching End. End is right up at the front, overtaking... who was that? I'm really bad at reading names right now. I'm not doing well. End could do this in 3rd place. I'm not sure where currently Kobe is. So now we have a very interesting. Points are quite big differences. Yeah. I'm kind of realising how big the points difference is because I've only just realised Nyx overtook Razy, and I really thought Nyx was going to be in 3rd place at the end of that. Still with Razo. I don't know why I keep saying Razy, that's a different friend. But End or Reba could be coming. Nice. 2 spots between them. Nyx could overtake End. That's. I mean, it's like we've said. You need to have somebody pushing that wedge of points between them. Let's take a look where Kobe's coming through. Kobe very close, but touches the edge there. If they get overtaken, this is the bit where it matters. It's like you need other people to overtake. It doesn't matter if there's a 10-minute gap. Well, of course it does because you wouldn't finish, but it doesn't matter if there's a large gap between you. 10 seconds or 10/100ths of a second makes no difference. All that matters is how many people are between you. Should be getting some finishers crossing the line. Nyx takes the win, followed by End, followed by Super Kobe, so that should be fine for Kobe, I believe. Only 3 points the difference between those two. Lucas then comes through. Massive finish from Kobe to get through there. Then Levon, Rezo, Rowie, Purd in 8th place. I think quite a lot of people have retired on this one. Let's have a quick flick through who is left. Anybody still left? No. Everybody has retired, and we head into the finals, the eliminator, with 4 players. Your 4 players are Levon, Nyx, Rezo, and Kobe. In that order of qualifying. Nyx and Levon very close at the end there. Levon has the fastest time. Yeah, Rezo's very fast at the start and then can't keep it. I mean, I was just about to look at the deady times because that was it's very interesting to compare where the deady times are. Like, who's been consistent and who's been inconsistent. Of course, the deady times include qualifiers. But if we take a look at the deadies versus the points. Here we go. Where's Pinder in? Ah, we're in warm-up. I guess people are going to get kicked back. Yeah, so Levon, Nyx, Raze, top 3. Now, Kobe's not even there. Ah, 5th. Why is it not loaded? Oh, okay, that's just rubbish. Deady. Weird deady stuff. In 5th, though. So, you know, consistent and able to make it, and definitely helped a little bit by some retiring in that last round and stuff like that. But very close at the end. Comes good. Keeps their cool, definitely. We saw that from Kobe in that round. Levon consistent all the way through. Nyx has been getting faster and faster and faster, so that could be very interesting. And yeah, like we've said, we'll start on Rezo because they are fast at the start. But not this time. Levon seems to be getting ahead. Nyx has made a great move. Kobe has dropped back a little bit and could need a mistake from one of the others. Rezo, wallbang there. That's a fast wallbang. Damn. Let's drop back for Kobe, who's currently in last place. Yeah, small clip, but, you know, Nyx has just clipped there, and now Kobe moves ahead. Let's watch Nyx. We're going to always watch from the back unless somebody completely loses and is completely out of it, because it doesn't matter. It's knockouts. Cup of the Day style eliminator. It doesn't matter who's first. All that matters is who is last. And of course, whoever's last is someone we're not going to be able to watch again next round, so enjoy them while they last. But Nyx has had a good run towards the end. Kobe consistent towards the end as well, so the fight could be back and forth a little bit. But we could definitely see some bad mistakes through this track. We've seen it before from all of these top 4 players, making big mistakes on sections, having to respawn, that sort of thing. So it'll be interesting to see if anything happens, or if it's just an amalgamation of small mistakes that might bring this back together. Nyx is going to drive like a madman through some of these sections. I think it might also be interesting. I don't know either of these two players particularly well, so I wouldn't be able to say if one of them is a fantastic dirt player and the other a fantastic tech player. But it would be interesting to try and see how their styles of play and what they're better at. Because of course this map parries every style pretty much. Even a little bit of trial if you want it. Especially if you're slow. More trial if you're slow and bad. Nyx is definitely catching up here. This could be a bit of luck. They both do get the loop all the way around, so that is good. No rubbish happening there. The catch is happening. It's definitely coming through. Okay, so Kobe is elite on tech and okay on dirt, and Nyx is more balanced across them. Interesting. So that's probably why we're seeing Nyx catching right now, because this is the more mixed section, not super long lengths of tech or anything. But now we might see Kobe head and break a gap, because we're coming into a techie section now. Both of them make it across this section very well. Getting round here. Well, it's not. It's mostly tech and dirt, but there's also transitional and full speed. And those are both places you can gain a lot of time. I think full speed mostly mattered before now, because it was about consistency of full speed. Like I can be fast on full speed, but I can't be consistent, which is a bit of a problem at the end of this map. Just crashing and not making it. But here we are into that full speed section. You've got to be consistent. If either of these two makes a mistake, that's probably completely it. And we've seen practically everybody make a mistake through these sections now. Nyx may have just clipped that. Looks a little bit slow. Kobe's going fairly fast. I think it's going to go to Kobe without a major crash. It is definitely going to Kobe, and there it is across the line. Nyx crashes into the wall. Great round there. A good comeback mounted until the end. But yeah, it wasn't to be. Nyx goes down. Your second placed, I guess, qualifier drops out. Next up, who are we following into the next round? Who's going to be at the back? Who will make the first mistake, really? Osusa is going well through the start. Reizo the slowest of them, but no real major thing. I think I want to watch Reizo again for this start, because we saw that corner. As long as nobody clips, Kobe just behind. Boom, look at that wall bang. And look how fast it is. Gains maybe a quarter of a second on Levon there. Absolutely brilliant. Nicely done there from Kobe. We will drop back to Kobe, who's had to respawn. Unfortunate there. What happened with Kobe having to respawn there? I think we're just going to have to watch the fight at the front, because there's no way Kobe's coming back from that. Absolutely unfortunate. And we're going to get a pre-run of the finals, watching these two competitors go back and forth between each other. These two have been at the top of the leaderboard pretty much all day. Nyx was ahead of the two of... Well, at the one point was ahead of both of them. But Levon's been taking most rounds recently. Raisy's had to respawn. You're not going to... Oh no! Raze doesn't know the respawn route. He's retired. He doesn't know the respawn route. Kobe's going to get through it. I was not expecting that. As soon as Arien says still possible if either Levon or Rezo make a mistake and have to respawn on a long CP. It wasn't that bad, but he must have not... He didn't know the respawn route. That's it. You know? That's just how it goes sometimes. We're going to follow Kobe for a little bit. Quite far behind, so we're probably going to have to jump back and forth. Unfortunate, because that looks like a fantastic battle between the two of them. So it's unfortunate that it's going to come down to that. It's a tough map. I mean, it really did deserve more respect than I think a lot of people gave it. I said this to Arien in DMs before the start, that there's going to be people caught out by how hard the map is and by how tricky some of the sections are. Of course, there's always a chance that Levon doesn't know one of these respawn routes and just messes up. I think Kobe knows the respawn routes on most of these, because we've seen them make mistakes in certain parts. They've not been perfect. Like we said, they've got the 5th best time. It should be someone else by raw times in this final, and they shouldn't be here. You know, this is one of those, you shouldn't be... Nyx was faster a lot on every round up to the final, and then makes one mistake, nearly pulls it back, but Kobe manages to hold out. Then on the next round, Rezo makes a mistake and is in the wrong place and doesn't know the respawn route, and Cobra's through. And then there's always a chance. There is always the chance to Stephen Bradbury it. Yeah, I think Rezo would have needed to know the respawn route. Ooh, that is unlucky. Just respawn. Yeah, fortunately that's there. It doesn't matter, you're in 2nd place anyway. But yeah, let's go. There is a chance. There is a chance of Stephen Bradbury it. And you know, we always support the underdog here on this stream. Super Kobe versus Levon. Kobrask being Super Kobe. Levon slightly faster. Now, will Levon push this one? There is a chance that Levon just full pushes and tries to go for the AT, because he's the only one even close, realistically. He's within 0.3 of a second. Slow down on that corner really sucks because you can't go for the fast route, but Kobe's managed to pull back a bit of time on Levon anyway. So Levon must have got like a landing bug or something through that corner. Nicely flowing. That's a nice jump from Kobe. Never quite sure on those corners. Sometimes... Oh no! Absolutely TMNF'd. No! The speed loss. Respawns? Rough on the respawn. You were right. That's a really bad respawn. From right on the checkpoint. That's another thing. Knowing where the checkpoints are. I mean, that was right on the checkpoint. I think I said this in a different commentary for a different thing. I can't remember what. But, yeah. Knowing where the checkpoints are, to know when to respawn and when to try and drive around, that's something that's actually important to learn. That's something that I'm going to have to learn for Smurfs Cup Canyon, because I do want to do well there. I am on the fun team, but I'm so bad that I can play on the fun team while playing hard. I mean, I wouldn't say GG just yet. You never know. You never know. If Stephen Bradbury can be Olympic gold medalist, anything can happen. See also 2016 Rio Olympic Games road cycling. Lass just goes off the front. Everybody forgets she's there. Fantastic race. Now this bit could be a difficulty clips, but does make it up. More speed there is always going to help you. It always... In situations of getting a bit lucky, you can be saved by just being faster sometimes. Rolling it nicely through here. Really nice turn. I don't know what sort of pace we're on at the minute. Quite. What are the best CPs? Levon has... Okay, so Rezo has the best checkpoints in the final. Wait, Rezo has a finish of a 3:54. Oh wait, no, that's the final checkpoint. So it won't be a fastest time. I was going to say, Levon does have the fastest time, but that was set in rounds. Oh, it's okay. It's not going to be a PB through there. We are coming nicely through this corner. Levon to the finish. Boom. Congratulations. Kobe not too far behind. Not even close to a PB. 1 second behind. Whole second. What a map. Congratulations to everybody. Levon, Kobe, Rezo, Nix. Then going back to the other rankings. End Needy, Lucas, Pinder. A few people have left, I think, as well. Spa, Pura D, Roe, Centralia, Travolsa, Pax. And thank you to Arien for organising this and for making this fantastic track. Definitely check out the track because the track is fantastic. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you for the next event, which is Owly Rounds Discovery, which will be possibly a shit show. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.